Today I'm going to do something that's not really just a typical toy review. I'm going to start a small series here of stuff in my collection, and not necessarily, we'll definitely, look at the features of the vehicle itself, but also I wanted to kind of go through the class of vehicle, or, what it would be used for in war, or how, the U.S. would classify it as a, its role in the military operations. So we're going to start here with this. This is the Republic Gunship. This particular version of it is the Toys R Us exclusive that came out in 2013. It was, I think it retailed it for like $120. I actually got this on sale for $70 online, and it's basically the same one that came out in 2002. It's slightly repainted, but also it came with these ball turrets here. In 2002, when these came out, they didn't have these at all, but they did have something in here to mount, the mounting station, which is, so there was some foresight on Hasbro's part for this. I'll apologize for the bit of a shaky cam here because I can't just lay the tripod down and work. But in 2002, when they came out with a clone pilot figure, he came with a small turret that would hook in there, and it wasn't as small as that you couldn't put a figure in it like it was in the movie. But eventually, in 2009, in the Legacy Collection, they came out with a battle pack called Geonosis Assault. And it came with 2 clone pilots and one of these ball turrets. So if you got 2 of those battle packs and you had this, you could recreate this set and have it crewed about the same way I do, with 4 pilots in your set. Again, this is a really fun toy. It's got a lot of different play features on it, which we'll go through here in a second. It came with this particular version came with 3 figures. It came with, actually, this clone here is the one I used from it, and that's the super articulated clone from the Saga collection, basically, with an updated, just a rifle that's got some really great paint apps on it, if you can tell. The little silver accents and stuff, so it looks really good. It came also with all the figures that came with it was like a 2002. That clone came out, I think, was in 2003, but it came with the pilot from the Saga collection, the clone pilot, and I don't use him on this because he's a little pre-posed. I probably could have put him in the cockpit and you wouldn't have known, but I had a bunch of these Black Series clone pilots, so I didn't feel the need to use him. And then it also came with the Saga collection Yoda from 2002. A decent figure. I think there's much better Yodas. But again, most people weren't buying this one for the figure. They were getting it because you got everything all in one go here. And plus a really cool, the box for people who like to collect the boxes. It had a nice vintage look on it. So anyway, like I said, it holds a bunch of figures. You can put more figures in the back here than I really have, but I'm kind of limited on the amount of Phase 1 clones I have, and I didn't want to just overload it with guys. This is a decent enough squad that I've got in here. Plus, you have these, like I said, you can tell these are the Black Series clone piles. There's a little bit of red on them, and then so one in each ball turret. But then you have up here, you have your pilot and your navigator, or Wizzo, or Rio if you're in the Navy, and so you have that there. Then you have this here, which will, this will shoot. Both sides do it. So, there we go. And put that back in there. And then also you have these rotating turrets here, and then as well you have these missile launchers on the top. They work fairly well. Let me grab that real quick. Sorry about that. Like I said, shaky cam. There's also a neat little feature here on the back. So I pick this up and move it. There's this button, this button here that slides up, and it actually releases the floor that I had the cologne standing on there. Matter of fact, there's also this neat action feature here. If you press this in, and that opens up, so you can see here, you can see where the floor, where it lines up, and you can drop troops in the battle that way. And as far as this thing and the looks of it, it's actually, let me just take him out for a little bit. You have so if you look on the inside of the doors there, let's see if I can look in here real quick. Where's that camera? Oops, sorry. But you can see there's like 2 rockets or bombs there, and then underneath you got 4 on each side, so you have another, that's like 10 bombs on this thing. So it's very, as far as you're looking at this thing, it's pretty beefy. It's got a lot of armaments and stuff. And so as far as a class, a vehicle for this, for what you would classify in wartime, I would think about like, this is your air cavalry. Just like in that's the arena scene in Attack of the Clones. They come in, they clear out, they drop troops, and they pull people out. They pulled the Jedi survivors. They loaded them up and then took off, and then they were also, it's great for deploying troops, and your gunship here can fight, drop troops, and everything else. So I mean, it's really a good air cavalry role, and so they, they're well armed here. What's funny is, like, if you look on YouTube, if you look it up, there's somebody who took like the opening, that scene of the battle on Geonosis, and these guys are flying in, and instead of the traditional Star Wars music, they just put Creedence Clearwater Revival's "Fortunate Son" on, and it just fits so well. So I mean, because that era, that Vietnam War, is when air cavalry really started. And so there was a new concept at the time, but it was definitely what this would work for. They use them, transporting troops in and out. You can clear space to drop your guys in, and then take off and provide air support as well. And it's a great, it's an excellent toy, especially for its time. Still holds up really well, and again, as far as its role in the movies or in battle, it definitely fits well in that air cav role. So and that should pretty much wrap it up for this video. And like I said, I'm going to do a couple more. I'm going to go through the rest of the Republic vehicles I've got from the Clone Wars, like the ARC 170, the V-Wing, and that's pretty much it for now. So thanks for watching, and please like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and may the Force be with you.
Remember, the Force will be with you always. The Force will be with you.